Morning to one and all. Today I am going to read chapter 10, The Comet Second. Datta is invited to the secret conference. How to change the course of Comet. Datta is the scientist's hidden agenda. Datta and the defense advisor become close friends and share a secret. By the time they finished their deliberation and Sir John dropped him at his hotel off Regent Street. It was 1 a.m. There was hardly any crowd on the street, but when James looked up from his window, a star-studded night sky greeted him. Somewhere amongst these stars was Comet Datta heading for a collision with the Earth. It was hard to believe the calamity of the future on such a peaceful night. For a moment, James wondered if he had done his sums right. Whatever doubt James may have had about Sir John's efficiency were quickly dispelled when he reported for the conference and found that all the experts listed by him were there. Astronomers, computer scientists, nuclear physicists, space technologists, biologists, all were there. And as Sir John's special invitee was present, the man who had started it all, Manoj Datta. The conference lasted 1 week and went on under total cover of secrecy. First, the experts checked and rechecked James Forsyth's calculation with the latest observation of Comet Datta. He was right. There was no escape from the direct hit predicted by him. There was a small chance that the comet may just graze the atmosphere of the Earth and not collide. In that case, the loss of life and property would not be total. But this slight respite was hardly reassuring enough for taking no action. Having decided that some action was needed, what form should it take? The expert dismissed defensive measures like living in underground bunkers. It was simply not a practical proposition, so the only course was to take offensive action. Comet Datta could be marginally deflected from its path by giving it a push. The experts calculated that the bulk of destructive nuclear power available on the Earth would be needed to achieve this mammoth task. A gigantic nuclear explosion suitably placed, suitably directed, and suitably timed could do the trick. This could be done by placing the nuclear payload in a spaceship, sending it to intercept the approaching comet, and detonating it by remote control. Success or failure, secrecy must be preserved. Finally, a timetable was drawn up for the operation, which was code-named Project Light Brigade. The important dates in it were October 10. Dispatch the spacecraft with the payload unless by then the comet is already destroyed by natural causes or has changed its path due to unforeseen reason. Number 15. Rendezvous with the comet and detonation of the payload. December 15. If the experiment failed, this was the day the comet would hit the Earth. If it succeeded, this was the day the comet would pass by at a near but safe distance. The success of an experiment depended on how massive the comet was. Nobody could estimate. Everybody hoped that it was not very massive. Do you think we will succeed? Datta asked Sir John Macpherson for his opinion. During the week, the two had developed considerable affinity for each other. Mr. Datta, I will give you an honest answer. I am not buying any Christmas present till December 15. Datta to the British Isles for 2 weeks after the conference. Datta toured the British conference and he had a pleasant time visiting observatories and exchanging views with amateur as well as professional astronomers. On his return, he was greeted by the inevitable vast crowd of friends, social leaders, students, and the usual hangers-on. Loaded with garlands and bombarded by questions from the press, he somehow made his way to the waiting car. Thank you.